Hey everybody, welcome to this week's midweek message. Got the Braves hat on, got the Braves pennant in the background. Here at our house, we are Braves fans, and so them playing in the World Series this year, pretty exciting time at our house. This week in my blog, I finished up last week's message that I started about patience and developing patience. That is something that I have never been good at. It has always bothered me about myself because I'm just not a very patient person. I'm getting better, but I'm far, far, far from where I want to be. But I talked about in there, I spent years praying to God, please God, give me patience. Please God, help me to be a more patient person. And I found that over time, as I wasn't improving in that area, that I would get frustrated and I would wonder, God, I'm praying for this. Why is this not happening? Why am I not becoming more patient and getting better at this area of my life? And I would get frustrated with that. And what I found as I started to mature and grow as a Christian and as a person was God had spent a lot of time trying to make me a more patient person and giving me opportunities to become more patient. And quite honestly, I'd missed the boat on it. I guess I thought for a long time that God was going to wave his magic wand and poof, all of a sudden I would be a more patient person, and that's not the way it worked. And so I talked about a couple of these instances in my blog. One of those being, and there's many, many, many ways that he has given me opportunities to grow, but a couple of them that I talked about in my blog was I'm a very punctual person. I can't stand to be late. It's one of my pet peeves. It's always been a pet peeve of mine. I like to be on time, and I married somebody that was just not a very big priority of theirs. And so she would be getting ready, and we'd be, whether it was going to church or wherever it was going, I would make a comment. I just couldn't be quiet. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I'd make a comment about being late again or something, and it would just run wherever we were going. It would run that time with us together. And so as time went on, I finally started to realize this is an opportunity that God has given me to become more patient and to be better in this area of my life. And so I learned to just try to be quiet, keep my comments to myself. And when I started doing that, I realized that it really is not that big a deal. And it wasn't worth us fighting over. And so as I started doing this, much to my surprise, we started being on time to places, and it just improved the whole situation. She wasn't mad at me. I wasn't mad at her. It just de-escalated the whole situation. Another one I talked about was kids, having kids. I have 3 absolutely wonderful kids that I love with all my heart, but oh man, they can test my patience as quick as anything. And so as they have grown, I have learned over time too that God is teaching me patience with my children. And so those are just 2 of the many, many ways that God has given me opportunities to grow in this area of my life. And what's funny is I knew this week this was going to be my topic, and last Saturday we were at Calumet at a basketball festival with my kids. We go to Yukon to get something to eat, and on the way, we're kind of crunched for time, and on the way, on the side of I-40, we have a blowout. And Kristen and the kids did not know how that was going to end. They were a little bit worried about that, but I just took a deep breath, prayed for God to give me patience and get me through it. And in about 15 minutes, we were back on the road, no issues. And so that was just another instance where, I had to slow down, take a deep breath, and really be conscious about being patient. And there'll be a couple of videos posted with this one while we were on the side of the road dealing with that tire change. Had a little fun with it, made a couple of videos while we were doing that. So those will be posted along with this video. But the whole point of this is God answers our prayers in a lot of different ways. And so if we don't have the results that we want dropped right in front of us immediately, sometimes we look for immediate answers, but if we don't get those, don't miss opportunities that God is giving us and ways that God is answering our prayers, because he answers these in a lot of different ways and gives us a lot of experiences to learn through. And that's what he did with me is he gave me a lot of experiences to learn through and to become a more patient person. So I just encourage everybody, don't miss those opportunities. Be looking for those opportunities to learn and to grow in whatever areas of your life you want to grow in whatever you've prayed to God to help you with. So everybody have a great week. Love God, love people, go make a difference.